So here this J is nothing but Jacobian matrix, where Jacobian matrix J is equal to dou u by dou zeta, dou z by dou zeta, dou r by dou neta, dou z by dou neta. If you see previously, here in the previous step, we are having the value of R and value of C. Here we are having R is equal to R13 into zeta plus R23 into neta plus R3. Same thing, Z is equal to Z13 into zeta plus Z23 into neta plus Z3. If I differentiate this R with respect to zeta, then we will get R13. If I differentiate this R with respect to neta, then I will get R23. And sure, same thing, if I differentiate this Z with respect to zeta, then I will get Z13. With respect to neta, I will get Z23. In the Jacobian matrix, see, we are having differentiation of R with respect to zeta, differentiation of Z with respect to zeta. Same differentiation of R with respect to neta, differentiation of Z with respect to neta. So if you differentiate in the previous step R and Z with respect to zeta and neta, then we will get only R13, Z13, R23, Z23. So therefore, this is the Jacobian matrix J. So therefore, this can be whatever the matrix we are having, that is dou u by dou r and dou u by dou z, and sure, can be written as J inverse of, so this is the equation 1. See, this is the equation 1. See, in this equation 1, we are having dou u by dou zeta, dou u by dou neta is equal to J into dou u by dou r, dou u by dou z. Now, if I shift this J matrix towards LHS, then it becomes J inverse. And sure, so that is nothing but, then we can write it as dou u by dou r, dou u by dou z is equal to, if I shift this towards LHS, J inverse of dou u by dou zeta, dou u by dou neta. See, that only they have written here. That only they have written. Rewriting the above first equation, dou u by dou r, dou u by dou z is equal to J inverse of dou u by dou zeta, dou u by dou neta. Same thing we will get for this second equation. Also we will get same thing, J inverse of dou w by dou zeta, dou w by dou neta. And sure. So now here we are going to find out J inverse. The J inverse can be calculated. You know how to calculate the inverse of the matrix. J inverse is equal to 1 divided by determinant of J into, so here we are having R13, Z13, R23, Z23. Here we are interchanging these two matrix, that is these two rows. Think, then we will get Z23, R13. Then we are rating positive in the form of negative, then minus Z13 and minus R23. And we are going to find out determinant of J, that is nothing but multiplication of these two minus multiplication of these two, R13 into Z23 minus R23 into Z13. So this is the J inverse. Totally we will get 1 divided by determinant of this matrix. Determinant is nothing but this is the value. And sure, now substituting this J matrix in the equation 1, so in equation 2, so here we are having equation 2. So here we are having equation 2, substituting J inverse, whatever thing we are getting, substituting in this equation, then we will get dou u by dou r, dou u by dou z is equal to 1 determinant of this matrix into this matrix. And sure, again dou u by dou z, dou u by dou neta. See, if you see the previous, here we are having Q. See, here we are having U and W. So differentiation of U with respect to zeta, Q1 minus Q5, with respect to neta, Q3 minus Q5. Same thing, Q2 minus Q6, Q4 minus Q6, U and W with respect to zeta and neta. So here we are having differentiation of see, here we are having differentiation of U with respect to zeta, U with respect to neta. Then we will get Q1 minus Q5, Q3 minus Q5. Also in the same manner, now we have taken for equation 2, same thing. Then we will get for dou W by dou R, dou W by dou Z along the W direction. Then we will get Q2 minus Q6, Q4 minus Q6. This is along the U direction. This is along the W direction. Now by expanding or by simplification, now epsilon r is equal to, this is nothing but epsilon r dou u by dou r, and sure. So multiplying 1 by determinant of j, this first term into this matrix, that is z32 into q1 minus q5 minus z13 into q3 minus q5. After simplify, you will get this equation. Again, further simplify. So here I can write it as z23 into q1 plus z31 into q3 minus z12 into q5. After simplify, then we will get the total term, that is nothing but epsilon r. Same thing, epsilon theta is equal to u divided by r. Write down u and write down r. And sure. And the same manner, epsilon z is equal to dou u divided by dou z. See here we are having dou u, that is nothing but dou w divided by dou z in determinant of this. See here, dou w divided by dou z, one determinant of the determinant. So then we will get minus r23 minus r23 into this matrix, again plus r13 into this matrix. So again, if you further simplify, then we will get total epsilon z is equal to dou w by dou z. Same manner for gamma r2 is gamma rz is equal to dou u by dou z plus dou w by dou r. Now here we are having dou u by dou z, this is nothing but total dou u by dou x, and dou w by dou z, this is the total. So substitute and simplification. After simplify this, after multiplying the that is brackets, and after simplification, finally we will get gamma r2 1 divided by determinant of j into this total. Now we have calculated epsilon r is nothing but this value, epsilon theta is nothing but this value, epsilon z is nothing but this one, and gamma rz is equal to this total. Now substituting everything in the matrix. Now we are having the total epsilon is equal to dou u by dou r, that is epsilon r, epsilon theta, epsilon z, and gamma rz. Substitute the values. So 1 divided by determinant of j is common for all the things here. See, 1 divided by determinant of j is common here. So you can see 1 divided by determinant of j, 1 divided by determinant of j, 1 divided by determinant of j. So again here q1 z23, q3 z12, q5 z23. Now we are writing epsilon r, epsilon theta, epsilon z, and gamma rz in the form of matrix. Then we will get, this is the total matrix. Epsilon is equal to 1 divided by determinant of j, this total matrix into displacement. Now if you multiply z23 into q1, z31 into q3, z12 into q4, you will get epsilon r. And sure, again this epsilon by, that is nothing but epsilon by zeta into q1, then neta by r into q3, this total term into q5, then you will get epsilon theta. And sure, so same way if you cross multiply, then we will get the previous equation, epsilon r, epsilon theta, epsilon z, and gamma z. Therefore this can be written as epsilon is equal to b into q, where b is nothing but strain displacement matter, where this is nothing but whatever thing you are saying, epsilon is equal to b into q, this is nothing but strain displacement matrix, and b can be written as 1 divided by determinant of j into this total matrix. And sure, so up to here you have to derive in the exam, if they ask, derive the stiffness matrix for an axisymmetrical mat. Up to this b matrix you are going to derive.